Tales of Herding Gods. Episode 89, Monk Mingxin heeds Qin Mu's words and descends the mountain to find the Buddha. Within his own heart, Qin Mu is framed. In the clash between Qin Mu and Buddha Heart, one disastrous misunderstanding changed everything. From afar beneath the dim moonlight, the person who struck only saw two opposing forces on one side. Radiant Buddhist light, on the other surging devil chi. Because of that, the target was mistaken. The result was devastating. Buddha Heart failed to survive the catastrophe, leaving behind countless doubts and hidden schemes lurking beneath the surface. To protect the greater situation, the higher-ups of Great Thunderclap Temple decided to bury the truth. Every bit of blame was pushed onto Qin Mu, the sect master of the Heavenly Devil sect. Seeing several figures flying toward him from afar, Qin Mu did not hesitate. He immediately had Dragon Qilin retreat. Riding on Dragon Qilin's back, he turned and fled, stepping upon clouds of fire as they vanished into the distance. The Crown Prince's attendants hurried over, only to freeze in shock. The person lying there was not the sect master of the Heavenly Devil sect at all. It was Buddha Heart. They had brought a terrible disaster upon the Crown Prince. One of them asked in panic, "What do we do now? Killing the Buddha child is a grave sin. The Crown Prince will execute all of you along with him." At that moment, an idea flashed through their minds. They would place all the blame on the sect master of the Heavenly Devil sect. After all, Great Thunderclap Temple already despised him. At dawn, when the monks of the temple realized that Buddha Heart had not returned, they descended the mountain to search for him. Several elderly monks arrived near the boundary stele. After examining the wounds, their expressions all turned grim. They soon discovered that the culprit was not the sect master of the Heavenly Devil sect, but the Crown Prince's own men. However, none of them wanted to destroy the fragile peace between the Crown Prince and Rulai. One of the old monks made a decision they could not allow the great plans of both sides to be ruined, and so they lied to Rulai. They claimed that the one who had killed Buddha Heart was Qin Mu. The faces of the yellow-robed old monks changed drastically. One Arhat shouted, "A monk must not speak falsehoods." The old monk's long brows rose as he said with deep emotion, "You do not need to lie. Let me be the one to say it. Once this matter is over, I will return to secular life and leave Great Thunderclap Temple. For the future of Great Thunderclap Temple, even if I must sacrifice the honor and reputation I have built over my entire life, it will still be worth it. Amitabha, senior brother, your righteousness is profound." The monks pressed their palms together and bowed to him. After the Arhats returned to Great Thunderclap Temple, the old Rulai had already finished his discussion with the Crown Prince of the Dian Kong Nation. He advised the Crown Prince to return to the capital city as soon as possible and fight for the throne if the Emperor passed away. At that moment, long-browed Arhat stepped forward and reported that the Buddha child and the Crown Prince's attendants had all died at the hands of the Heavenly Devil sect master. Upon hearing this, the Crown Prince flew into a rage and swore that he would never let Qin Mu go. The old Rulai knew perfectly well that long-browed Arhat was lying to conceal the truth, but he did not expose him. Instead, he agreed to let long-browed Arhat return to secular life and assigned him to handle the matter of the Heavenly Devil sect master. Long-browed Arhat understood that the old Rulai had seen through everything. From that moment on, he resolved to devote the rest of his life to Great Thunderclap Temple. On his way down the mountain, long-browed Arhat was invited aboard the Crown Prince's ship. The Crown Prince warned him that Qin Mu was extremely dangerous. Many famous experts had already died because of him, so acting rashly would only lead to disaster. But long-browed Arhat remained determined to avenge the Buddha child. The Crown Prince then revealed that his goal was not merely to deal with Qin Mu. He wanted to wipe out the entire Heavenly Devil sect. He promised that once he ascended the throne, he would help long-browed Arhat establish his own sect and become a figure of immense status within Buddhism. At the same time, the old Rulai personally went to the Tao sect on Kunlun Mountain to meet the Tao master. The two discussed the signs of an approaching great calamity. The old Rulai believed that if they wished to avoid a disaster that would plunge countless living beings into suffering, then the heir to the throne